Hello friends, before developing our CRUD example application, let's have a look on how we are going to work on that and how the flow is going. Okay, how the data is flowing over the layers between the classes. Okay, so when we will send request from Postman, it will come as a HTTP request. Request will come to our controller class where appropriate path will be if match, then it will execute their logic and data will be populated in the model class. After that, it will call service class method where it will take the data from the product class and it will send that data to a product repository. From there, it will go to JPA repository. JPA repository will take this product data, okay, and ID also, and it will also take this configuration which is be provided in application properties file. After that, it will go to database and persist our data, and from here response is generated which is provided to JPA repository, and after that it will send to service class, and from service class it will send to controller class, and controller class will send it as a HTTP response to the user. Okay, so that was our overview of what we are going to develop in this application. Okay.
First, let's open our Eclipse IDE. Go to File section, New, Other, and type Spring Starter Project. Guys, if this option is not visible in your IDE, you can download STS plugin so it can visible. Okay, or other you can download project from Spring Initializer. Here I am giving name as CRUD example. Rather than else, I am leaving as it is. Okay, let's proceed to next. Here I am adding Lombok, so I have not to worry about setter and getter, adding explicitly, and Spring Data JPA, MySQL driver, Spring Web. Okay, this time I am taking only this 4 dependency because these are the important. Lombok is optional, but 3 are mandatory. Okay, let's proceed to finish. So our project is ready. Let's create some packages. Uh, Click on package. Type here. I'm naming it like com.i for Java dot crud dot entity. Okay. Next will be, let's create controller package. Finish. For creating a package, there is a shortcut. For creating class or package anything, you can just press Control N over the folder, and this dialog box will be open. Okay. This is wrong actually. Let's delete it. Okay. Now we have to create one service, and last one is repository. So our package creation is done. Now let's move to application property file and give here database configuration, Spring data source dot URL, JDBC colon MySQL colon localhost colon 3306, और इसके बाद yes schema name we have to give here Spring data source यहाँ let's give in a driver name. Okay, com.mysql cj.jdbc.driver. Then data source, here I am providing username, root, now password k312. So SQL, yes, is equal to true. Spring, JPA, Hibernate, DDL Auto, update, Spring, properties, Hibernate, dialect is equal to org.hibernate.dialect.mysql 5 dialect. Okay, so we had done this. Schema name we have to create, because let's go to our database. This is not created yet. Okay, open your MySQL workbench and type here create database. I am naming it as I for Java, and just press Ctrl Enter. So here you can see it is successfully created. For using it, we have to write a command here, use I for Java. Okay, and let's refresh it. Okay, so it's done. Now let's move to our development section. Here we can also create YML file. For that, you can just simply press Ctrl N and search their file and name it as application.yml. So there is a two-way, okay, to creating your properties file configuration. You can do it in application properties file, or you can use YML file to do this configuration. But at a time one will be render, so this will be commented, and I will use application properties. But if you want, you can use this also. I'm just making you know that how to create YML configuration file. Okay, k312 url jdbc colon mysql colon / localhost colon 3306, and here I have to give schema name. Okay, done. Now driver class name com.mysql.cg jdbc and driver jpa. So SQL is equal to true. In YML file, structure is very important, friend. So this is the main thing what we have to make in consider. Okay, dialect, here I'm giving Hibernate dot dialect MySQL 5 dialect. Okay, we have done this. Right now I'm commenting it because I'm going to use this. Okay, now let's create our entity class. Press Ctrl N, search your class, press enter, and I am naming it as product. Let's create some fields here. Okay, private int id. This is very important when we are performing persisting data or retrieving data, id is compulsory. Okay, id must be there. So price, let's write annotation because we have to tell JPA that this is our id, and also it should be generated automatically. For that I am adding here generated value, so we no need to worry about how to generate IDs. It will do it automatically. Here I am writing at the rate data, so it will add setter getter by itself, and no args constructor, all args constructor, and I am telling that this is our entity class. Okay, and here I am giving table name is equal to product table. This is optional, friend. If you not give table name, it will take your table name as your class name. Okay, let's import the dependencies packages. Okay, just press Control Shift and O. This is the shortcut, and it will perform all the packages added. Okay, now let's create our interface, which is product repository, and it will extend JPA repository. Okay, so let's extend it. Extends JPA repository, and we have to pass here our entity class and ID type class. Okay, so let's import it. Control Shift O. Okay, done. Now let's move to our service class, where we will create methods which will talk to our repository. Name it as product service. Let's write it as service because we have to tell Spring that this is our service class. Now we have to fetch our repository here, so we can use it. Let's auto-wide it. Okay, done. Now let's create methods. Public product, say product, it will take product, so, and it will return repo dot save method. Here I am calling. Okay, here I have to pass product, import the package. Now let's create, suppose if we want to add multiple products, for that here I am using list to add multiple products. Okay, so product and say products. List product, it will, now it will return repo dot save all products. Now let's import packages, create our next method. Here I'm creating public list get products, so it will retrieve all the products, find all. Okay, let's create one method for product get product by id. Here I am using by id. Suppose if we want to use by name, for that we have to modify find by id method. We have to use this prefix, and we have to our fields variable we have to use as suffix. Okay, so we can write like that, find by name in place of find by id, and we have to also define that method in our repository class repository interface, sorry. Find by name. Okay, so we have to define this method in our repository interface, because this method is not present in JPA repository. Okay, that's why it is showing this error. So let's go to our JPA where we extend the JPA, yes, here, and here we have to define that method. I will create one abstract method, product find by name. Here we have to pass name as parameter. Okay, so we have done this. Now return type is also needed. Okay, return all. Okay, so now we can also search the product by its name. Now let's create one delete method. It will take parameter id and it will return id. Okay, and let me return one message here. Just remove it. Okay, so product removed, and I will also return a id, for I am concatenating this id. Okay, now let's create update product. In that case we have there is actually no update method. Okay, so we have to perform some logic here. We will use save method, but before saving the content we are retrieving the content and then we are modifying it. After that we will perform save method, so it will update your data in the database. Okay, so existing product set name as product dot get name, existing product set quantity. Okay, get quantity, then existing product set price. So I will retrieve price first. Okay, now I will return this existing product to save in data. After saving this, response will be returned. Now let's jump to our controller class, create one product controller class. Here I have to write annotation REST controller because we are going to use REST call. Okay, let's import our service class here. I am fetching our service class and auto-wired it. Let's import the dependencies. Uh, what happened? Package is not import. Yes, imported. Okay, let's create one method. Here I am using request body, so data will be fetch here. What will come over the HTTP request? Okay, and I will return service dot save product. I'm calling our service class method here. Let's make it as post mapping and path will be add product. If someone send any data from this path by this method will be that request render. Create one more method for adding multiple products. Okay, now add products. Here I also have to use request body and product as a list. I'm passing here. Now I have to return. After saving this product. Okay, let's add a post mapping, add products. Okay, let's import the packages java util.list. Finish. Something mistake here. E. Okay. Now let's create to retrieve data from database. Find all product. Return service dot get products. Actually, we have to map it also. No? So let's map it as get mapping. Products. Okay. Now by retrieving IT, here I am using path variable because we have to take the value from the URL. Okay, for that I am using here @ path variable annotation. Get product by ID. Here I have to use get mapping and product by ID, and here I have to pass ID. ID will come as URL. Okay, so it will fetch into this variable what we created in the parameter. Now let's create one more method to get by name. Here I am taking name public product find product by name. Here I have to take at the rate path variable annotation string name and return service dot get product by name. We are calling our service class method. Now let's move to for updating. Okay, product update product. Here I have to use request body because we have to pass our existing product so we can perform updation on that. Okay, done. Now delete. Okay, here we have to take ID, so according to that ID it will delete a particular product. Delete product. Here I have to take path variable int ID return service dot delete product. Let's import the packages. Okay, so our controller class is ready. So we have done this part. Now let's run this application and check is there any error or not. For that, click on project right and run as Spring Boot app. Wait for the time. It is getting start. Okay, so now our application is running. Some error is there. What is that? Okay, I got it. Here MySQL colon double slash should be there. Okay, here is a mistake. Okay, let's go to our application properties file, add here double slash and save it and run it again. Now let's check. Okay friends, our application is running well. Here you can see table is created. Okay, queries is run. Now let's go to our MySQL and check. Let's cross verify it, table created or not. So here you can see product table is created, and let's check there is any value or not. It should be null there currently. So here you can see there is no any data. Okay, only table creation is done. Now let's jump to our Postman and we will send request. First, let's add the product. Just simply paste here and sorry friends, some noise is coming from outside. Okay, body. Here we have to select as raw data type and here we have to JSON select. Here I am not passing ID because ID will be auto generated. Okay, only name and quantity and price I am sending from Postman. So ID will be come by MySQL database. It will auto generate because this work is done by the JPA repository. Here I am passing to 20,000. Now just send this. Okay, let's wait. So here you can see we are able to save the data. Here ID is generated. Okay, you can see ID here and status is also 200, which is success message. Okay, now let's proceed for the next. We will add multiple product. What happened? Okay, so let's copy this another one. Add products. Paste it over here and we have to pass as a array and just copy it and add it, comma, and here I am changing it, charger 10 and price will be 1000. Here I am adding headphone, quantity will be 3, price will be 2500. Okay, let's click on send button. So here you can say success message and our data is also persisted successfully. Okay, now let's go to our MySQL workbench and check data is stored or not. Okay, so here you can see there are 3 rows added. Okay, because we sent it 3. Now let's go for this. Here paste it, it will be get request. Now let's send it and check. So here you can also see 3 data is returning because we added 3 data at only. Now let's retrieve the data by ID. Okay, copy it, paste it over here. In the place of ID we have to pass any digit. So suppose I am going for headphone, so I am passing here 3. Okay, let's click on send button. Here result is okay. It is also working. So here you can see charger also. Let's take one look on mobile. Okay, it is also. So we are able to retrieve the records by the ID. Now let's try with name. Here we have to pass name of product. So suppose I'm passing here charger. Okay, click on send button. So here you can see charges coming out. Now headphone is coming out. Now let's try to update the data. It is put mapping. Okay, so here we have to change as put type. Now let's paste here, and for updating the product we have to pass ID also, because in that basis it will know which product we wants to update. Okay, so I am passing ID here also, which one I wants to update. Okay, so write here ID colon, and here okay, charger I wants to update, then power bank I'm making, and quantity as 5. Now send this request. Okay, comma here. Okay, now all right, send it. Was that okay? So here you can see our data is updated. In ID2, in place of charger, power bank is added. Okay, now let's verify here also updated or not. Here you can see here in place of charger there is power bank now stored. Now let's perform delete. Copy it and change this method type. Request type will be delete, and here I have to pass ID which one I wants to delete. Okay, let's delete this 2 and send. So product removed and ID is returning 2. Okay, now let's try another one 3 and send it. Okay, so let's verify here also. There is only one record available. Okay, other is deleted. So with this friend we have successfully done our CRUD example application. Okay, so keep coding, keep doing it, and keep support, and I will meet you in the next video. Till that, signing out from Kesri.